Well, if anything, it's going to strengthen the Welsh backline. This guy is a very experienced player, and he's very quick too. So they won't lose a lot with Gareth Thomas and his premature injection into the side.
Well, the medical teams really have been outstanding right throughout this Rugby World Cup, not only for players but also, as we saw in Brisbane yesterday, with spectators that choose to invade the pitch. But a lot of concern here for Gareth Evans.
And the first Mexican wave of the night whips around the stadium.
So it's New Zealand by 7 points to 0, and there he is, Roka Thoko, with the first try of the game. He's had his hands on the ball 3 times already, and the crowd is in party mode.
Well, this is where both teams really need to concentrate. Both captains have spoken to each team, their team players, and say just to settle down and calm down. Keep your bodies warm while this injury occurs.
And I'm sure too Steve Hansen has told the Welsh team that if they do get the ball, they can't kick it away. They've got to maintain possession because New Zealand is just going to run everything back at them. It's 7-0 as Evans is about to lead the field. And for all those people watching in hospital, hopefully you're going to see something to really cheer you up tonight. New Zealand giving every indication that they're going to turn it on.
So that'll mean Gareth Thomas goes back to 15, the fullback. He's an ex-postman, and he'll need to deliver tonight for the Welsh.
Yes, let's see if Wales can maintain some ball now. Cooper goes in at scrum half. Well, the people following through really need to arrive as the ball alights. They've just handed possession straight back to New Zealand and Aaron Major. This is Cooper again and Thomas. That's a very sure kick, taking play almost to halfway.
Very casual kick there from Thomas, but really worked. So Wales won their first line out just now. New Zealand. Sorry, Buddha.
Yes, one would wonder whether kicking back to the All Blacks is a wise move tonight in the mood that they're in. I think they've got to be a little more creative than that. The Welsh, when they get their hands on it, they've just got to keep it and deny the All Blacks the ball.
Nialamu did well for New Zealand. Spencer now. Here come the chasers. Howlett following. Thomas underneath. But the kick was well placed because it was outside the 22. But the Welsh hold their ground. The scrum half Cooper. And this is Stephen Jones. And he'll be pleased with that result, as his forwards will. Almost to the 10-metre line, New Zealand territory.
Well, Stephen Jones talking to his team, but Gareth Thomas leapt up high and took that kick. And Doug Howlett did well. The rule, you have to wait for the player to land back on the ground before you can tackle him.
That's Ali Williams for New Zealand. Collins! And he got through the first tackle there of Popham. That's Reuben Thorne, the skipper. 10 from halfway. Turnover. Jones. Parker.
They just ran out of numbers, not expecting the turnover. Great work by Wales.
This is Sodoli, straight through. Where's his support? Looked to be a little knock on by New Zealand. The referee's happy. Here's Jones again. Thomas. Terrific pressure being applied here by Wales. Jones goes into scrum half. Cooper out wide. Just inside New Zealand's 22.
Can't get isolated, Wales. They've got to keep the continuity up. 6 phases. This is terrific position to be in.
Here's Jones again. Brent Cobain and Chavez scruffed around the head there. Richie McCaw, number 7. Thomas to Jones. The Welsh finding a few gaps in close here. And Morgan, or Cooper, almost getting through. All the Welsh backs moving now to the right-hand side, but New Zealand have them well marked. That's Taylor. Beat one tackle. 11th phase here for Wales. Can they take advantage? McBride. They've lost about 5 metres there.
The Welsh, they need to stand a little bit deeper and come onto the ball.
This is Popham. And here it is now for Thomas. So close. How much longer can New Zealand hold on here as we move into the 14th, 15th phase? There it is for Thomas. Oh, he lost it. What a tragedy.
You're right, Gordon.
Thomas injected into the game, desperately reaching, and look, his face tells the story.
But what a passage of play for the Red Dragon.
You're right.
Well,
You are able to reach out to place the ball for a try, so long as you do it immediately, but you have to have control. Wales punishing. This must give them an enormous lift.
Well, Thomas only needed one more try to equal the Welsh Test record, and that was the one that got away.
well, great work there by the Welsh. Just tremendous discipline. Eventually the mistake got him, but you just see the improvement in this side, the confidence. Now the big scrum.
There's Collins. And some very good tackling also by the Welsh team. New Zealand, Chris Handy, falling off a few tackles in that passage of play.
Yeah, in those phases put together by Wales. It's amazing how keeping the ball in your hand puts pressure on the opposition. The All Blacks missing 6, and that's a high statistic for them. They wouldn't be happy, but they balance. They've got the opportunity because the ball went loose.
Good discipline from the All Blacks, though, Buddha. They really didn't give the penalties away under pressure.
Lots of toing and throwing in the line out, but Sidoli got it. Here's Jones, and now Taylor. And solidly met by Leon McDonald. That's Popham, the big number 8, who's just joined Leeds. Thomas and Taylor again. Thomas on the inside. McBride driven back there by Mialamu. Chavez. And Brad Thorne stopping him in his tracks. Well, they're enjoying themselves, these Welshmen. They're not making a lot of headway at the moment, but they are holding on to the ball.
Well, the All Blacks not getting overcommitted to the ruck, making sure they've got a defensive line, and Justin Marshall makes another good hit.
Popping out there for Cooper. Great work here by Jones. This is the left winger, Shanklin. Dougie Howlett underneath. And now Jones the prop. Chances on. Thomas was too slow. There were 3 men over. It's still there. Taylor. Here's a try. Mark Taylor from the Llanelli Scarlets hits back for Wales.
Can you imagine the excitement in Wales? This is brilliant football. They kept it in hand, put phases together. Nobody believed this young combination, this supposed second stringers, could do this against the mighty All Blacks. Thomas and also the winger Shanklin set it up by retaining after this. What a magic pass. Brilliant width. and showing just absolute disdain to the All Black defensive line.
And Tim Horan, what about the vision there of the fly half?
Oh, it was great vision, wasn't it, to see them come through. But Tom Shanklin did very well to control the ball and have patience. And the Welsh side, that'll pump them up now. They'll be ready, and it was great composure all the way through. And Mark Taylor, number 13 for Wales, has been making a couple of breaks out wide, and that's where they're going to make breaks, outside the number 13 for the All Blacks.
So the attempted conversion is right on the target. It's 7-all.
Brilliant work, vision, 1-on-2, and he did it perfectly. He drew Howlett, who was just in no man's land.
So taken up there by Popham. And the Welsh have just been dominating over the last 7 or 8 minutes. Collins goes for a quick throw to Muliaina now. Some neat stepping, but Taylor with a no-nonsense tackle. 10 from halfway.
No ball for the All Blacks. They've got to keep hold of some to build up some pressure.
Good offload there from Collins. This is Thorne, and Rokothoko's with him. One man to beat. He can do it. Can they stop him? What a reply. Well, you just cannot give him any space at all. Joe Rokothoko gets New Zealand second.
If there was any doubt about whether this man's hamstring tear was healed or not, he's just proven. Great width. Thorne did well. Ball in 2 hands. Chavis not enough pace, or Rokothoko too much. And then he bends back. Look at him show it through the opposite winger.
It's pure genius there from Rokothoko. Brad Thorne has been a great ball distributor for the All Blacks in this tournament. Really building his understanding of the game. Colin Chavis, not much you can do about it. This man is special.
And when you consider they've got Rupini Thautau also in the Auckland side, plus Muliaina, plus Howlett, it's pretty scary. So New Zealand rights the ship. It was a leaky ship there for a while. And McDonald adding the extras, 14-7.
Again, the All Blacks balance, and they balance by getting the width. Every time they stretch the Welsh, they get a result.
So 20-year-old Joe Rokothoko. Now 4 tries in this World Cup. New Zealand let the ball bounce amazingly, but you know where they're going here. Collins, well grasped. Good tackle by Parker. And Spencer's kick from inside the 22. This is Shane Williams, former scrum half, and Thomas. Big man. Shown some terrific composure. Look at the gap. This is Thomas again. He's still going. Cooper's inside. Sadoli, play on, says Andre Watson. New Zealand opened up big time. Here's Jones. Well picked up out there by Parker, but they've lost about 7 or 8 metres. So Wales regroup here. But some big gaps appearing in that New Zealand defence.
But a wonderful display of running rugby. There's only been 3 handling errors so far, both teams just turning it on. Fantastic.
Richie McCaw's been penalised. Here comes Gareth Thomas. Will he take it quickly? He certainly thought about it.
Well, Jonathan Thomas, young player for the Welsh, number 6. Really a player of the future. Almost think he should be playing the open side flanker with Colin Jarvis going to number 6. Great speed, great judgment.
So the score here is 14-7 in favour of New Zealand.